Lemon Nation, I'm Tara Setmayer, and this is the Setmayer Sound Off. Now, many of you may know me from my years at CNN as a political commentator, and I thank Don Lemon for giving me my start in cable news. And you may know me from my work as a Never Trump Republican. I'm now the CEO and co-founder of the Seneca Project, which is a women's-led organization that focuses on women's issues and democracy. You may have seen some of our hard-hitting videos and ads like American Girl and our ad out now called Unsafe. We are no bullshit, and we have a lot to say, shockingly, on behalf of women in this country who refuse to obey in advance, and trust me, we're not going back. Which leads me to today's sound off. I know I'm not the only one here. Is anyone else feeling bewildered, a little betrayed, and frankly, freaking pissed off? I know I am, especially by our elected officials. What's going on right now is insane. And I've got my issues with how the Democrats have been handling all of this. The first few weeks of this nightmare, it's been a lot, okay? This Trump 2.0 presidency, it's been a lot. But it's not like we didn't freaking warn you. We warned people. It's not like MAGA didn't write this all down in Project 2025. They literally gave us the playbook of what they were going to do right out of the gate. Donald Trump told us. But right now, my issue really is actually more with the Republicans. We'll get to the Democrats another day. But I've spent almost 30 years in the Republican Party and in politics with them before I finally left in 2020 because I had enough. Trump refused to concede the election. I tried to work within the party. I screamed from the rooftops, warning Republicans about it, but I couldn't take the hypocrisy anymore, and I said, I'm out. Post-January 6th, it reinforced my decision. The rule of law, the sanctity of our constitutional order, all of that was clearly bullshit. Republicans didn't believe any of it. Which leads me to the moment of chaos that we're actually living in right now. And you know who it's thanks to? It's thanks to them. It's thanks to spineless, gutless, weak-willed Republicans who refuse to say no and stop Donald Trump. They're the ones who've allowed this country to be hijacked by Trump and freaking Elon Musk. Did we elect this guy? I don't think so. The same Republicans who swore an oath to protect and defend the Constitution and who walked around with their pocket constitutions lecturing everyone about the importance of it, they're enablers. And actually, they're collaborators at this point. They're sitting back and allowing our system of government to be completely dismantled right in front of our eyes. And what have they done? They've done nothing. Nothing to stop this. This isn't a game. This is our democracy on the line. And the Republicans? The ones, sanctimonious, constitutional pocket-waving Republicans, they're the ones who actually are in power to stop this insanity. But they're too chicken shit to do it. They're too afraid to do the right thing. And what's worse about this is that they know it. They know what's happening. They know it's dangerous. They know Trump's MAGA minions are unqualified for their appointments. They know that Elon Musk running around and what he's doing is legally dubious, questionably unconstitutional, and frankly frank and insane. And yet, they stay silent. Or worse, rationalize it, which is the part that drives me nuts. Drives me nuts. They know that Trump has no regard for the rule of law. They know he has no respect for the norms, no respect for our constitutional guardrails, not even really, frankly, a full understanding of how our government is even supposed to function. Despite being president once already, he still doesn't know. And whether he knows or not, he doesn't give a shit. But yet they still bend over backwards, making excuse after excuse for this guy, when it's clear that he was unfit to be president in the first place. He's a felon, impeached twice. His actions put our national security at risk, in jeopardy, still is. And yet they stood by him. Not only did they stand by him, again, worse, they were on their knees in front of him down at Mar-a-Lago, trying to kiss the ring and kiss whatever else to gain favor. And for what? And now we see that our constitutions, our institutions that are supposed to be there to protect us from authoritarian rule, nope, they don't care. They're being dismantled right in front of our eyes. The so-called conservative Republicans that are supposed to cherish these constitutional norms, nope, they stand idly by, content to let Trump just run roughshod through our law and our democracy. And apparently Elon Musk, who none of us elected last time I checked, they're fine with all this. But are they? No, they're just scared. They're scared. And that's why they won't do the right thing. Scared of losing a freaking primary? Scared of losing their cushy jobs and their nice little offices in DC? That's what's stopping them from doing the right thing. Great. So now all of us have to suffer while they cower under their freaking desks and let this guy and his henchmen tear apart the fabric of our country. Speaking of henchmen, Elon Musk, as I mentioned. Oh, Elon, running around, unchecked power, infiltrating and decapitating our government in what, frankly, I describe as a digital coup. This guy is an unelected billionaire. What happened to the unelected bureaucrats that Republicans used to rant and rave about? They don't like that. Oh, but Elon's okay. We're going to let him do this. Him and his minions of a bunch of teenagers and recent high school grads and college grads infiltrating our digital platforms and our governmental databases. What are we doing? This is dangerous stuff. Elon, who's out here like a maladjusted teenager, using his media platform that he bought to spread lies and misinformation, using dangerous tactics, playing games with our economy and our safety, frankly. Now he wants to take over our air traffic control systems. What? Our national security is at risk? These college kid team of hackers he's got? What are we doing? They're doing God knows what. And yet, Republicans, what do? They protect him and praise him. Oh, this is great. Really? They're letting this guy operate like this because he feeds into a narrative that they want. He is an ally of convenience. But let me tell you what, okay? There's absolutely nothing worth what he's doing, nothing worth the convenience of their political expediency, and there's nothing Republican or conservative about any of this. Nothing. It's flat out dangerous. So I don't know what the hell they're doing at this point, whether this is just completely out of control and they don't know how to rein it back in. But most of the Republicans in private, they know. And they just won't do anything about it because they're paralyzed by their fear. I don't know what happened to all the Republicans who used to stand for something, because there were some. There used to be a lot of them, actually. It was the party that prided itself on being the party of personal responsibility, of fiscal conservatism, of limited government, the party of prudence. Where is that now? Gone. Senate Republicans, your job is to advise and consent, not acquiesce and comply, which is what you're doing. The Senate was created to be the greatest deliberative body in the world. Allegedly. It was supposed to be the check and balance to stop an authoritarian presidency, if God forbid we ever were facing one. Well, that moment is now. Without the Senate, the executive branch has no antagonist. It's supposed to be the, quote, sober second thought of the people, as George Orwell wrote back in 1897, further back. It was intended to resist the hasty and the intemperate, passionate desires of the people. So in other words, when the people were demanding crazy shit, like now, that may not be so great for our democracy as a whole, the Senate was supposed to be there to say, no, and put a stop to it. That's why the framers set up this meticulous set of checks and balances in order to safeguard against total majority rule. We're not a direct democracy for a reason. It's supposed to be a buffer against presidential autocracy. Where is that now? Now, we've watched Republicans just take their marching orders from Trump. completely roll over, just cower in the face of criticism from, right-wing media or Fox News. They roll over to acquiesce to a base of whack job conspiracy theorists and people who deny science and people who don't care about our constitutional order anymore, apparently. Shit, they've confirmed a bunch of these people. They're now running our government. Whether it's Kash Patel at the FBI, who's about to get confirmed, or RFK at HHS, to Pam Bondi at DOJ, Tulsi Gabbard, Pete Hegseth, the list is long. You've got this guy, Russell Vogt, over at OMB, that the Senate Democrats, at least they're trying to do something to stop him. A little late, but at least they're doing something. But we're watching Republicans just continue to turn a blind eye to all the harm that these people Trump is nominating and putting in place. They're destroying the fabric of our nation. I know I'm not the only one that's just watched these hearings that have become just kabuki theater. They're just performative, these confirmation hearings. They're supposed to be there for people, the senators, to ask tough questions and for them to be vetted. But no, hearing after hearing, you just see these Republicans supporting these unqualified, dangerous, radical loons that are going to destroy us or kill us all. They just roll over. No tough questions, no legit real challenge from Republicans. And even the ones who were skeptical, it was milquetoast at best. And then they just rolled over anyway. Cassidy, Collins, you people, what are you doing? Again, you guys, they know better, which is the most infuriating part. Are there some true believers? Yeah, at this point now. This ain't your grandfather's Republican Party. It's not the party of Reagan or of Lincoln or of Bush. None of that. That's dead and gone. But are there not any decent Republicans out there anymore? Apparently not, because they're standing by letting this happen in front of our eyes. They have the power to say no. We're not putting that person in charge. We're not putting this, unqualified conspiracy theorist whack job in charge of our nation's health, of our national security, of our FBI, of our DOJ. No, but to hell with the oath that they've taken to uphold the Constitution and actually protect the American people from these kinds of things. Nope. To hell with all that. To hell with checking an out-of-control president. To hell with all of their monologues and floor speeches about an imperial president when it was a Democrat worrying about ruling by executive order. No, all that's out the window. It's shameful, honestly. It really is. Because you know what? They could be standing up to the corruption, to the authoritarianism, to the hypocrisy, to the batshit crazy. Nope. They could be standing up to this wrecking ball of Elon Musk that they've unleashed now on our country and on our government. Nope. They're more worried about losing a freaking primary. That's more important to them. I just don't understand that these people would rather sacrifice our constitutional order and our future to hold on to their little piece of power. Good God. Thank God these people weren't in office at a time when we as Americans and as a country needed to actually make the tough decisions. Thank God. Imagine if these people were in office in the lead up to the Civil War or in Reconstruction or during the suffragist movement or during the civil rights movement and pushing back against Jim Crow or during the women's rights movement or during Nixon, during Watergate. Holy shit. Thank God these people weren't in office because they are incapable of doing the right thing. The Republicans, they're the MAGA party now. They are full-blown MAGA. And what we're seeing, this fire sale of our government and the way it works and what's going on, I don't know. MAGA's now, it's a party of lawlessness and retribution. I just don't know how they sleep at night. Because Republicans, you people are the ones, you guys were the ones that were preaching to us about the importance of prudence and of constitutional authority and checks and balances. They have completely lost their way, lost it. They don't give a damn about all the Americans that this will hurt, and they certainly don't give a damn about their own constituents because they are impacted too. What's happening right now is bigger than party. It is. But they're cowards. And they're letting this happen. Democrats, like I said, they're trying to mount an opposition now. They're trying to do their best. They're finally getting off their asses and trying to do something. Maybe a little late for this, but at least they're doing something. They were caught flat-footed, which is a whole nother discussion, but at least they're trying to do something. And they understand that they are, as the minority party, they can still mount a fulsome opposition and not make it easy for these guys to just blow it all up. They're not supposed to make it easy. They're finally starting to use some of these rules in the Senate to block the harmful appointments. They're trying. Whether they're successful or not, we'll see. But at least they're trying. Republicans had the playbook for that too. Hello, Mitch McConnell, 2009. The playbook is there. Democrats, use it. Do not suffer from a lack of imagination, because I don't know, maybe you guys didn't know or didn't think that this was all possible, but look what's happening. It's possible and it's happening. So I think it's important that Republicans hear and are reminded that they are responsible actually for this, because they're the ones in power and they're the ones that could stop this right now. Are they? Are they willing? Doesn't look like it so far. But I can tell you right now, that if Democrats were doing this, if a Democratic president was doing this, Republicans would be moving heaven and earth to stop it. They would be raining down holy hell on Democrats and using every lever of power they have, every tactic possible to stop it. But Republicans, nope, they're just too loyal. They're loyal to Trump. They've chosen fealty and loyalty to Donald Trump, to become willing accomplices to this nightmare, this destruction of our country and of our norms and of our governmental system. We've got to hold these people accountable. We have to, on both sides. Democrats, we need to light a fire under their asses to make sure that they fight like hell on behalf of the American people and the future of our democracy. And Republicans, we need to let them know that there are lots of us out here who did not vote for this. There is no mandate. And you people work for us, okay? They work for us. We, the people. And we, the people, only the American people, can make them answer for this. It literally is up to all of us to hold them accountable. We have to. We have to. We can't rely on the media. We can't rely on the courts. We can't rely on anybody but us to hold them accountable. Because if we don't, we may never get our democracy back. So I say, let's get to work. That's this week's edition of the Setmayer Sound Off. You can catch the Sound Off every Thursday at 2 p.m. on the Don Lemon channel. And if you want to hear more from me, be sure to check out my live stream show, The Stakes. I co-host it with my lovely Seneca Project co-founder, Michelle Kinney. It's live every Thursday, 7:30 on the Seneca Project YouTube channel. So don't forget to like and subscribe Don's channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow me on all the social networks. I'm at Tara Setmayer, especially Blue Sky. That's the happy place. We like it over there. Check me out, and I'll see you next week for the Setmayer Sound Off at 2 p.m. on Thursdays.
Thanks everyone for watching. Your support means the world to us. So make sure you hit the like button and you subscribe to our channel to make sure that you never ever miss a video. We're live every day, 10 a.m. Eastern time. We drop even more content at 2 p.m. Eastern and 5 p.m. Eastern. And if you want more Don Lemon Show content, we'd love for you to become a member of the Lemon community, where you will receive access to special community posts. You'll get exclusive content and members-only live shows. So head over to our channel page or click the join button on this video. Again, thank you for watching. We appreciate your love and your support, and we will see you next time.